Hey guys, my name is Mridul Chibber, a filmmaker that makes random videos on YouTube on a weekly basis. And today I'm going to be talking about something that I think about quite a lot, which is this idea of turning your weaknesses into your strengths. And not in terms of just filmmaking, but in life in general. You're going to have certain weaknesses that you think, you're not particularly good at this, you're not good at this, you're not good at this, you're bad at this. And the truth is that you're not actually bad at that certain thing. You just don't conform to society and just how things are usually done, and you have to do them a different way. And this is just a part of your personality, a part of how you need to do things, and this is just a part of you, and you're gonna have to accept that and then move on with it. So for an example of this is when I was making my first feature film, I was very scared of asking people to act in my film, something that I've kind of gotten over now. But initially, it was very tough for me to, ask someone, hey, do you want to be in my film? Why would they want to be in my film? Blah, blah, blah. All these thoughts would go through my head. And then I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make a documentary about myself and the last day of me being a child, right? And that's what I made. And along with that came this fear of time passing. I've always been a very time conscious person, or at least I am now. I'm very scared of the fact that time might be passing by too fast and stuff, and I do think that's also a weakness of mine, but I turn that into a strength by incorporating that into the story and having this kind of existential dread that everybody can relate to and weaving that into the narrative. And also, I've been brought up in this YouTube generation, right? The way that I've learned to edit, the way that I've learned to watch films almost has been through YouTube, through the internet, and I'm more experienced in the internet way of doing things rather than the industry way of making movies. Another supposed weakness. But what did I do from that? I made I made something that was the ultimate YouTube film in my opinion, It's like a mixture of a vlog and experimental documentary and all that stuff, and it's something that you can't find that in studio Hollywood, right? I made a film that could not be made without YouTube and someone with a YouTube channel and someone knowing how to edit and someone growing up and recording his whole life, So I made all that stuff very specifically to me because, no one else can bring that really. People have, of course, heaps of people have grown with the internet, but no one can bring my specific experience with the internet. And so I implemented the way that I edit with YouTube videos and the way that I think about things with YouTube videos, and I'm like, okay, what if I made a movie that was stylized in this manner? And I think that would be very unique, very interesting, and that's exactly what I did. And I made The Last Day of Childhood. I released it early on this year, and I'm insanely proud of it. So much stress and effort and all that stuff goes into making a film, and just making something that people like. Of course, when I was about to finish the film, there was heaps of nervousness, or are people even gonna think this is a movie? All of that kind of stuff. But ultimately, I'm really glad how I viewed my weaknesses and ultimately turned them into my strengths. And I made a fucking feature film, and I'm really excited. And I'm making another one called Thank God for Drugs. Another one where I use my weaknesses and turn them into my strengths, right? And I think this is an essential part of growing as a human, because everyone will have weaknesses, but the people that can turn them into their strengths are the people that are gonna really fly by and do some great things. And yeah, I mean, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys for watching. This has been a really quick video, and I don't know if I'm gonna do any cuts in the video, but yeah, that's cool, I guess. And I love you all, and I'm just gonna shut up now. In the night.